welcome in. Emperor Bubbles is here, and we continue our Total War World Cup coverage. It's a semi-final mashup. One win away for both factions. Suebi, commanded by Hami, takes on Tylis, commanded by Altred. Let's look at the Suebian build. The Noble Horse General, 4 Germanic Scout Riders, 4 Cimbri Bowwomen, 4 Bloodsworn, 2 of the Club Levy, 2 Swordmasters, 2 Berserkers, and a Woden-ass Spear. He's going to have his hands full today. Tylis bringing 3 Oathsworn, 6 Tribal Warriors, 6 Celtic Warriors, 4 of the Levy Freemen, and 1 Celtic Slinger. Oh my goodness. That is a lot of melee for Tylis, as Suebi is going to have his hands full today. Hami, he's already a Total War League champion, but this time he wants to become a world champion. There's one faction lying in his way now to reach that point. It is Tylis. Altred, who, quite frankly, snuck in to the knockout round because of a drop of forfeit, and so he is here now. And he is very, very reluctant to be here. And he's found himself in the semi-finals of the Total War World Cup. Guys, just want to take a second and thank you all for watching the Total War World Cup. It's been a pleasure to cover. We're nearing the end. I do not have the 3rd place battle, so the battle after this one will be the grand finals. We're going to take a look at what's going on with these formations. It looks like Altred, he's got the Levy Freeman on the front line, gonna definitely hunker down on that little tree contingent, and already the Germanic Scout Riders starting their flanks on the left and right of Tylis. Cimbri Bowwomen, nice and spread. They got a lot of options. There's no cavalry for Tylis, so there's no risk of the bows being destroyed by any cavalry. So there's a lot to work with for him. He has got all the mobility. He's got the 5 cav, he's got the 4 archers, and he's already beginning the first volley. This time it's on the Celtic Warriors. We'll see. I don't think Altred can really do much except prepare for the barrage that is going to be upon him by Suebi. I'm going to speed it up. I think we're going to have some I think I actually watched this battle once before. Look at those little exchanges there. It's the numbers that count. And yes, it is a 210 cost Levy Freeman, but still, you've already killed 14 men on 2 or 3 volleys. Not a bad little exchange. Still, the Cimbri Bowwomen have not done anything yet. That's going to be let's look at their ammo. What do they got here? 15 ammo. Those Scout Riders have 7 ammo, so half ammo compared to those archers. And I think the Slinger, there's a Slinger in here somewhere. I think those guys got even more. 25 ammunition, so much ammo. Quickly now! As already, Levy Freeman did get a volley off. I don't think it connected though. This one too. Those are 2 Pila baits by Hamilcar Barca. That is beautiful. Love to see that. Looks like the focus is on this right flank of Tylis. This is a long battle, 16 minutes and 40 seconds. You know, it's not so cut and dry for Suebi. And, you know, the strategy for Tylis, obviously, survive. Survive the onslaught, and then hopefully you've got enough ammo. Or, sorry, enough damage left to take out the melee. Because there is a lot of melee, and of course, Hami bringing the Ario Vistus, which, let's just look at that general ability. They've got the armor piercing damage up, and then I believe it's going to be a charge bonus. So you can see he's got all his melee, well, most of his melee together. The Club Levy on the right, Club Levy on the left, with those archer contingents, but there's not much. Like we said, there's no cavalry for Tylis. So his options are pretty small. But definitely going to see an Ario Vistus charge here, and I like what he's got here. He's got the Berserkers. What a fun unit. They fight to the very last man, and they're really good, really high in melee attack. You see 56, and the Swordmaster's 43. So actually, that melee attack is just massive, absolutely massive. definitely have to speed this one up. Get to the melee engagements. We do like a good, you know, volley back and forth. The Celt Slinger has lost 14 men. The Scout Riders just unloading on the Celtic Warrior on the front line. Good work from Hamilcar Barca to start off this battle as his mass melee contingent moving to the right. Altred. Still, I do like how he's got the Levy Freeman on the front. Save the big boys. Put them in the back. Keep them safe. As that, I might have spoken too soon. As the Sembri Bowwomen finding, targeting as the release is upon us. Shoot! Beautiful release, and certainly some death being dealt for dead. The Tribal Warriors. Let's see if we can't catch this next volley. And this is the non-shield side.
Warriors, move out!
Ouch!
Get running!
That is genius from Hamilcar Barca. Every unit in this game does hold their shield in the left hand. And you're more prone to block missiles if you're being shot from the left side. I don't know why they're all right-handed in this game. It's kind of messed up. Shout out to my left-handers out there. If you're left-handed, leave a comment below. You guys are just discriminated against in Rome 2. That's unbelievable. Unacceptable for creative assembly. Let's get some left-handers. There's some more volleys, whittling down the Celtic Warriors. This Levy Freeman 103 hasn't shot that unit since. Here comes the Sembri Bowwomen. Does opt to shoot the Celtic Warrior.
Warriors, move out!
Get running!
We are all on our edge of our seats for this Ario Vistus charge. Still, so much damage. The Oathsworn. There are 3 Oathsworn. There's one on the front line, one on the right, and then of course the general in the middle. As this Tribal Warrior, I'm not sure if I like Altred sitting out there. If you're gonna use the trees, you might as well use the trees. Just use the trees. Get in here. There's nothing. I mean, they're not really it's not a box. It's just going to the trees as he does switch sides. And now it opens up the chance for this Sembri Bowwomen, which I'm sure that is going to happen. Let's speed it up. The Slingers, okay, a little bit of a mistake from Hamilcar Barca. Gonna lose 6 men on his Scout Riders. As we just talked about that Tribal Warrior moving, and it's the dramatic Scout Rider. He's putting pressure on the opposite side of that Tribal Warrior. Beautiful. A little bit of a shift here. Hami, lurking. Hami, eager. Hami wants to do the Ario Vistus charge. You know he does. But there's still more work to be done. Still more work to be done. Whittle down as much as possible. It's pretty much just a chess match. It's a chess match, and you have knights and bishops, and your opponent has pawns and kings. Goodness gracious. I would rather have the knights and the bishops. The Tribal Warrior out front. We are gonna see all 3 in, throwing the Pila, killing 17 on that Tribal Warrior, and they do back up. We're gonna see a charge from the Scout Riders. I think we are. Oh, we were, but they do back off. So it is a push for Tylis, going after that mass melee contingent. The Suebi units, I think, are going to be faster. They're going to be able to run away. That Club Levy eating volleys. That's definitely what you want. You want your lighter unit to take the volleys. That's what's happening here. Look at the unleash of arrow firepower. The Sembri Bowwomen and the Scout Riders shooting upon. Ouch! Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Shooting upon the Celt Warriors. 77 men. Good work from Hamilcar Barca.
Riders, forwards!
Utilizing his knights and bishops as they see the Tribal Warriors running away, and here they come on charge. Riders, it's beautiful. Right in the backs of the Tribal Warriors. They were not ready for that one. Good work from the defending Total War League champion.
Gotcha!
Now the Celt Warriors. They were also struck upon by the Scout Riders. And in go the the Club Levy. We're doing it a Tribal Warrior. Get around at 60 men, guys. The Tribal Warriors. They've got that 55 base morale. And I don't know why, but this unit routes so easy, especially if they face a rear charge. That's what I've noticed from using Tylis. Those Tribals get flanked, they do not stick around for long. we saw 3 killed from that friendly fire.
Please.
Understood.
If that friendly fire could come back to haunt Hami, I know it's just a couple dead, but it adds up over time as the Bloodsworn on the Celt Warriors. Good work. But of course, Tylis should kill this Bloodsworn. It might even kill this Germanic Scout Rider. Hami's gotta be careful. He's really overextended there. I think Celt Warriors are also fighting this club levy. The Hami picking and choosing. But Altred doing okay here. Not the best with that. That Tribal Warrior is still routing. 44 men did not like that. It was just a Scout Rider that charged you, and the Scout Rider decimated him. Little risky here. You know, we see Tribal Warrior there. 2 Tribal Warriors. A couple Tribal Warriors not with the mass contingent of men. Is Hami about to do what I think he's gonna do? He's got options. He can do it at a moment's notice. His Ario Vistas charge. That club levy wanting the levy Freeman, wanting to get the units off the field of battle. It's probably, what, about 2,200 men fielded for Tylis? If I had to guess. So definitely a numbers game here.
Break off!
The club levy, come on, club levy, hold on. 31 morale being chased down by the Tribal Warriors. They gotta get away. They do get away. 41 still. Now they're wavering again.
Warriors, move out!
We talked about overextension. You don't want to go too far. I do like going back. Like, it's just a club levy. Yes, it's one of the few melee that Hami has, that Suebi has, but still, you do not want to overextend. You don't want to get your men tired either. They are still all fresh. 7 minutes on the clock. Hami's still shifting, really wanting this right flank of Tylis. And certainly there's going to be some ammo remaining. I think the Slinger, yeah, the Slinger's still here, so he is firing upon those Cimbri bowwomen. What Hami chooses to do here, is he going to shoot that Celt Warrior, or the Celt Slinger? Not sure what he wants to do. But of course, Hami's got the options. A bit of a push. Not sure what the goal is there. Maybe to use these trees as well. There's a risky run here. You're going to get Ario Vistas charged. I feel like when facing Ario Vistas, you really need to spread out. You need to keep some space between you and Suebi. And in this case, you lack the cavalry to do so. You don't have the cavalry to spread. That's going to be very tough. Let's look at this, a travel on top of an Oathsworn. This is going to happen soon because we got 5 minutes and 40 seconds. As that's, okay. Tylis, Altred, listen to the Emperor. Using this as another place to house some troops, as this is about to happen. Look at that. They're all together. Hami making sure every single unit will get this Ario Vistas charge. It's just a matter of time. It is upon us. Fast charge used. Can he time the charge bonus correctly?
Run,
No charge bonus yet. So those two units do not get the charge bonus. These ones, however, do. And guess who's going straight in? It's straight in. Those tribals, at least this one, getting belted. Losing 40 men. That shark's such a good general ability. The Swordmaster here too. Gonna need something strong to defend them off, and it's gonna be an Oathsworn versus Swordmaster battle. If you're Tylis now, I think you gotta just go. You gotta get in here. You gotta fend this up. You gotta fight it back, and you can't get any charge anymore as well. The Swordmaster gonna get a nice charge bonus. Okay.
Get down!
Tylis has brought melee defense general ability, and I like that. The Scout Riders now finding some rear charges. I don't think the Honor Piercing bonus has been used by Hami as big hit. That was a massive hit. Oh my god. Pounding those men, downing them. And another rear charge. Celt Warriors into the back. Beautiful. From Suebi, Hami commanding this field of battle. But this Oathsworn, I think this Oathsworn needs to get in there and do something. You got one Oathsworn there already. just missed. That'd have been huge.
Warriors, move out!
Did the bounce of power still lying with Tylis?
Riders, advance!
The Suebi Bowman, are they out of ammo? Looks like they are. They're going
As you
straight
say.
in. They do have their swords out.
Understood, as you say!
An arrow unit runs out of ammo if they have their swords out. In this case, it's the spears. Suebi Bowman are a spear unit. Look at this bloodsword. A little bit of a flank. Gotta get those those Celt slingers. Rerouting troops could definitely take on those, that bloodsword. 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Pull back!
Oathsworn 114, 70, 76.
All right.
And there's the armor piercing. Okay. Armor piercing being used. It's gonna help those sword masters. And that is both sword masters and
you
the
say.
berserkers. Our weapon damage to 37. Huge weapon damage boost. The Scout Riders. Going into some routing units, getting back into the battle. This Levy Freeman also could get involved, get in the action.
Get running!
As the Noble Rider says, let me cook. Wait a minute, no charge. Might have been a missed micro from Hami.
Back up, as you say!
That charge did not connect. 65 Swordmasters. 62.
All right!
The General is in. Okay.
We're taking trophies!
Now some rear charges are going to happen. This could be huge. That Oathsworn 41. We didn't last check. I think he had 60 or 70. Down to 40 in a matter of seconds.
Riders, forward!
It's like Hami buying his time. Bounce of power now shifting. Let's look at that. The rear charge by the Suebi Bowman. And that's 66 tribal warriors. They're exhausted. And now they are routing. I guess they were. I thought they were exhausted. I don't know why I saw exhausted.
Riders, forward!
They are routing.
Get out!
Oathsworn General, just use Headhunt. I don't know if I like that because now your stamina gotta be way gone. As look at this. Some routes incoming, Celt Warriors. And now the remaining ammo of the Suebi Bowman as Hami turning the tide in late in the game. He's got the Noble Rider. This unit's certainly going to be finding the rear of the tribal and Oathsworn warriors. And the horses in. The General getting exhausted, very tired, trying to hold on. But Hami moving his pieces, demolishing his opponent, picking him apart as, ladies and gentlemen,
Pull back!
finished. Suebi
Gotcha!
going to take it home as Altred could not take the heat as his 2,370 men defeated by the Total War League champion Hamilcar Barca. Congratulations to our finalist Hamilcar Barca. He's got a date with Masacely, commanded by Acer in the Total War World Cup Grand Finals. What a match this was. It was just picking him apart. Those Suebi Bowman, look at those numbers, 75 plus on all. The melee getting the job done. And Altred, his general, looks like he quit early in that match, but I think he had the feeling it was done. Still, he did have a lot left. It's just the stamina of the Oathsworn. They were dwindling. And that is all, folks. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, glory be upon thee and glory to the Empire.